Proctor was at his home in Canton this afternoon when the Karen Reed case ended in a mistrial. We caught up with him just a few moments ago to ask him his thoughts on the outcome of the case. Trooper Proctor, Kathy Curran from NBC 10. We'd like to ask you some questions. Do you think your actions impacted the outcome of the trial?
Get off of our lawn. Right?
I'm not on your lawn. I'm on the street. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I fully support my husband. Karen Reed is a murderer.
You support your husband? And you heard it there. His wife fully supports him and called Karen Reed a murderer. Testimony in the case showed Proctor was familiar with witnesses in this case.
Who? Proctor? Yep. He got out of Dodge? All right. There he is. All right. So we are here. Everyone's coming in. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. Look at all the cars. This is the most traffic this road has ever gotten. Man, the neighbors need to do something about their lawn. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. We got, if you're over here, please hit up the lemonade stand. There's some nice children over there selling lemonade. It looks delicious. Turtle Riders are helping them out. First of all, I don't know if those kids did this on purpose, but if they did, well done, kids. Yeah. That is entrepreneurial right there. Like, I am going to set up a lemonade stand on the day of the Turtleboy rolling rally. That is ingenious. God bless those children. Feel free to support them. Hello! Hey! What's happening? There we go. All right. So, all right, welcome everybody. We'll let people roll on in here. Like I said, it's going to be difficult because we're in residential areas, but this is the home of conflicted state trooper Michael Proctor. It appears as if does he still? Oh, you notice he's got a turtle crossing thing there. I keep put that up. Some people thought that a turtle rider put that up, and we're now told that he put that up, and that's kind of speaks to how arrogant he is. That he's almost like mocking us. They do have a private property sign now, which is smart because I've knocked on his door a couple weeks ago, and he's a state trooper, so he knows that if he puts that up, then we cannot step on his property, which is fine. It also appears as if they've taken down the thin blue line flag, which is good because Michael Proctor doesn't care about murdered police officers who sacrificed their lives, and because he covered one up. Now he pretends to, because he arrested and charged a woman that not only is factually innocent, but that he knows is factually innocent. And I don't understand how any person can put someone in a box for the rest of their life knowing that that person did nothing wrong. Like the amount of ways that the man who lives inside this house with this lovely family, well, except for his wife, but for the rest of half of his family's lovely at least. The man who lives in this house knows that Karen Reed did not kill John O'Keefe. And he knows that he wants to protect all sorts of Canton people who were there that night, which is why he did the unprecedented move of spelling wrong the names of at least 5 people who were in the house that night. If there was one spelling mistake, maybe that could be something. But ask any police officer who's ever filled out a report. They got to get spelling right. Spelling, date of birth. Those are 2 things that they always get right on everything. He spelled the names wrong of Sarah Levinson, who we did not even know was inside the house until 9 months after the fact. Julie Nagel. Caitlin Albert, who literally lived there. He got that one wrong. That was a tough one. He also got wrong Emily Fabiano. And, Catherine Duty. He got her first and last name wrong. So she got the 2-for-1 special. And if you're unfamiliar with Canton, the Duty name, unfortunately, is a big name around here. It's an unfortunate name. But the Duties, Charles Duty was the fire chief at the time and is now the town administrator. And they're obviously hiding things. He played dumb with me when I confronted him and I asked if his daughter was there. Oh, that's what they told me. Really? You didn't ask your daughter about that time she was at a murder scene? Okay, sure thing, Charles. But Michael Proctor planted evidence, planted taillight evidence. There's no real evidence in this trial. The only things they got on her is, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, which the only people saying they heard that are all friends of Jen McCabe or Jen McCabe herself. And the taillight evidence, which somehow the Canton Police Department missed. Somehow they missed it when there was only an inch of snow on the ground, and they brought their leaf blower out and their solo cups, and they missed the taillight everywhere and the shoe. The guy is missing a shoe, and they don't think to ask, gee, I wonder where his other shoe is. Maybe it's in that house where the body is laying, and they didn't go inside, they didn't do any of that. How Michael Proctor became the detective on this case is still unknown, but we know that Michael Proctor is good friends, very good friends, his family, with the Chris Albert family particularly. And if you're friends with Chris Albert and you're going to weddings with Jill Daniels and Colin Albert and all these people, if you've known Colin Albert since you were a child, of course, well, not of course, I still wouldn't do it, but it's understandable that he would want to protect Colin because he's got his whole life in front of him. And maybe he thought it was a mistake. There was an accident that Colin did this. I don't know. So he figured, I'll just cover up for him. But the problem covering up for murders is not only does John O'Keefe not get justice, but somebody has to go to jail for it. And he had no problem framing an innocent woman, a woman he knew to be innocent, which is why he went to Dighton at 2:30 in the afternoon, because we know from the call logs that he called the Dighton Police Department and asked them to bring a tow, to have her car towed. He said he wasn't even there yet. He says he didn't get there until 4:30, except we have Ring camera footage, which they now claim didn't reset because of daylight savings 3 months after daylight savings happened. And the taillight and the alarm.com footage shows that Cameron Reed's car was towed at 4:12 p.m. 4:12 p.m., which left conflicted Detective Trooper Michael Proctor with 1 hour and 18 minutes unobstructed with the car. He could do whatever he wanted with it. Instead of bringing it to a state police barracks, which would be the normal thing to do since the state police were in charge of the investigation, he brought it back to Canton Police Department so they could be closer to the scene of the crime, so we could pull a little Shawshank Redemption and do a little sprinkle of the taillight right where the body was found, and somehow made a fool of the Canton Police Department, who somehow missed all that. And they're okay with that. They're not upset that, oh yeah, this guy's calling you stupid and incompetent, but I guess you'll have to take that one on the chin because you wouldn't want to upset Michael Proctor, would you? So this is Michael Proctor's house. He's a disgrace to police officers everywhere. He covers up for murderers, and he tries to send people who he knows to be innocent to jail. We need to get rid of cops like him and have more good cops like John O'Keefe. All right, so next we're going to Jen McCabe's, which is like a quarter mile away. So she's not there, but we're still going to go there anyway. All right, let's go.